The OnePlus 5 is the latest smartphone to jump on the dual camera bandwagon. While there are several different implementations of the dual camera system on smartphones, OnePlus has gone ahead with a similar setup to the Apple iPhone 7 Plus. The primary camera at the back is a 16-megapixel Sony IMX398 sensor with f1.7 aperture and 1.12 micron pixel size. The secondary camera is a higher resolution 20-megapixel Sony IMX350 sensor with 1 micron pixel size and a smaller f2.6 aperture. Neither of the cameras have OIS, but there is EIS for video recording. Now that we have the specifications out of the way, let's talk about the performance itself. The primary camera takes good quality photos with decent dynamic range. The image quality is good, but is nothing to boast about, and although low light performance is better than the previous generation, the OnePlus 5 still does tend to produce noisy images in low light. One of the reasons for this is the tendency to bump up the ISO unnecessarily. Shooting in manual mode will help you gain control of the ISO, but even then the results aren't too impressive. Shutter speeds are pretty fast, and we haven't had shaky or blurred photos as such, and OnePlus attributes the larger aperture being the reason for this. There's a high quality mode that sort of produces photos with more clarity and definition, which does help do the trick in certain scenarios. The HDR mode does help it take a step further, but the dynamic range is still miles behind the likes of the Google Pixel and the Samsung Galaxy S8 phones, which use more advanced image stacking algorithms to extract every bit of detail from the shadows as well as the highlights. The secondary camera provides 2x lossless zoom. Not 2x optical, but 2x lossless. What happens here is that the secondary camera optically has a magnification of 1.6x. The rest of the 0.4x magnification happens digitally with the help of smart camera multi-frame technology. This means that although you have 20 megapixels of resolution for the telephoto camera, you're effectively getting around the same 16 megapixels of resolution of the primary camera as a result. Now here's where things get interesting. There's a portrait mode on the OnePlus 5 which works pretty well, and although it isn't as good as the iPhone 7 Plus, it can still take some good shots once you play around with it a bit. And since it's a software-based algorithm that does the blurring and provides the bokeh, OnePlus can improve it further in the future. However, unlike the 2x lossless zoom in regular mode, the portrait mode only uses 1.6x magnification. We aren't exactly sure why, but if you compare the field of view of both the photos taken in portrait mode and 2x magnification, you'll see the difference. The telephoto lens does take decent photos, but the sharpness and detailing are less, and I feel that it isn't as lossless as the company indicates. The phone does support RAW photo capture, and the results are large files with around 30 MB in terms of size. Great for people who want to work on their photos and extract the best out of it, and we recommend shooting in RAW whenever possible to get the best out of the sensor. However, there's a small catch here as well. While you can take telephoto photos in Pro mode with manual settings and RAW enabled, only the JPEG file is taken with the telephoto camera. The RAW file will still be captured and saved from the primary camera itself. As a result, if you are planning to use the awesome telephoto lens to get a raw forced perspective shot, you're out of luck. Videos can be recorded at a maximum of 4K at 30 FPS, and you also have 1080p at 60 FPS as an option. Video recording is perhaps a strong suit of the OnePlus 5. I quite love the stabilization on the 1080p 30 FPS video thanks to EIS. However, the 4K 30 and 1080p 60 FPS modes don't support EIS, and there is no way to turn it off for the 1080p 30 mode either. 1080p 60 takes higher quality and more detailed videos than 1080 30, but at 4K resolution, the videos are incredibly detailed and has great color reproduction, which makes the OnePlus 5 a great secondary camera if you want a backup for shooting videos. The camera UI is pretty great on the OnePlus 5. I love the fact that you can get easy access to the HDR as well as aspect ratio modes. Users can opt to have a OnePlus watermark with or without their name, as well as choose between different photo grids to help frame their photos better. The Pro mode even goes as far as helping you with a histogram and a horizontal reference line apart from the shutter speed, white balance, focus, exposure compensation, and ISO settings. The OnePlus 5 also supports time lapses in either 720 or Full HD resolution, while slow motion videos max out at 720p. Slow motion videos shot on the primary camera are decent, but is unusable with the telephoto lens. The front-facing camera on the OnePlus 5 is the same as the one found on the 3T. A 16-megapixel Sony IMX371 with 1 micron pixel size and f2.0 aperture. The shots taken with these are really detailed and has great dynamic range as well. Easily one of the best front-facing cameras I've tried on a smartphone in recent times. Overall, the camera on the OnePlus 5 is a mixed bag. The 4K video recording is beautiful and the selfie camera is great, but the cameras at the rear aren't that great when it comes to taking photos. Surely it'll improve over time with the help of software updates, but there's a limit to that as well. While the camera isn't as good as the likes of the Pixel or S8 or even the iPhone 7 Plus, considering the price point of the OnePlus 5, I don't think there's too much to complain about. If you want a smartphone solely for the camera, then this isn't the Droid that you're looking for. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications to get the latest updates from us. Thanks for watching this video. See you again in the next one.